leader here prides in being one of the most oldest and prestigious institutions in the country, crafting the legal, judicial, and political landscape of the nation and the state of Kerala. Government Law College Tirunelveli extends a warm welcome to the most celebrated event of our institution. Most of the things worth doing in the world have been declared impossible before it had been done. Let this quote by Louis Brandeis provide the fundamentals of this competition and let us all do the impossible. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ashika Ashraf.
And me, Ashika Paul.
Cordially invite you to the 17th edition of All India Local Competition for the Justice D.R. Krishna Iyer Award Trophy.
We lawyers build no bridges. We raise no towers. We construct no engines. We paint no pictures. Nothing much which the human eye can see. But trust me, we believe to have smoothing out difficulties. We relieve stress. We correct mistakes and take up others' burdens as our own and make a peaceful state. These are not my words, but these are the words of John W. Taylor, an amazing advocate. I believe that as lawyers, we are entrusted with an ever more responsible job than any other profession. I also believe that no profession will help this generation unless it is put to strong use. And here, Government Law College Trivandrum provides you with that kind of a platform.
In the process of building a peaceful state, we bring you the most important process. The All India Local Competition, conducted under the auspices of the Local Society of Government Law College Tirunelveli, provides a stellar ground for the best voting experience in the country, drawing participants from various law colleges across the nation. The ever-evolving trophy in the name of Justice Via, the man who rescued law from the shackles of shame.
Yes, we are indeed delighted to hold this prestigious event, and we are even more excited to see who takes home the Justice D.R. Krishna Iyer Award Trophy this year. In the light of the lessons of the Almighty and the extended long reads from each one of you, it is our pleasure to host this event, and we'll see you in the next 2 days as well.
This program is brought into being the collective effort of our teachers, and representing our teachers, I welcome on stage our dear Ms. Selina Ma'am, Assistant Professor, Government Law College, Trivandrum, to welcome the guests to the event.
Thank you. Respected Principal, Honorable dignitaries of this function, and my dear colleagues, non-teaching staff of this college, participants of the Moot Court competition, and my dear students, warm good evening to one and all. And Government Law College Trivandrum is a pioneer institution having a checkered history of about 1.5 centuries. Our college takes pride of place as the first institution for the pursuit of law in Kerala. Since its inception in 1875, the college has played a pivotal role in imparting legal education and has an illustrious alumni transcending the bounds of discipline of law. To mention a few notable personalities, Sri R. Shankar, one of the chief architects of the Indian Constitution, Sri Neelam Sanjeeva Reddy, the first citizen of India, Srimati Justice Fatima Bibi, the first woman Supreme Court judge, Padma Shri N.R. Madhav Menon, the father of modern legal education in India, Honorable Justice Surya Joseph Sir, who is the inaugurator of this prestigious Moot Court competition, Sri Achula Menon, former Chief Minister of Kerala, and from civil service we have Ajit Joy IAS, Prashant IAS, Saeed Rashid IPOS, and the prestigious Oscar Award winner Sri Rasool Pukuti. And the objective of Moot Court is to inculcate advocacy through the art of persuasion. Participation in Moot Court helps the students to improve their research acumen Hence, the government of college Trivandrum has offered a national platform for the students to demonstrate their lawyering skills for the past 1.5 decades. And even during the limitations of pandemic, government of college Trivandrum were organizing online moot court competition without fail during the last 2 years. This year, despite the continuing limitations of the pandemic, we have unwaveringly resolved to conduct the 17th All India Moot Court competition. On this auspicious occasion, we are blessed to have many eminent personalities with us. And now going on to my responsibility, the essence of great leadership is influence and not authority. With this note, I wholeheartedly welcome Dr. R. Bijukumar, our beloved principal, and who presides over this function to this gathering. We celebrate your leadership and you keep on influencing us. For inauguration of this prestigious event, we are proud to have Honorable Justice Sir Joseph Sir, presently serving as Kerala Yogayukta and the former Judge Supreme Court of India. He completed his education in St. Joseph High School, St. Thomas College, Pala, and it is a matter of pride for us to declare that Justice is an alumni of Government Law College, Trivandrum. And through his marriage, which has held in a collective weddings, Samuha Vivaha, he spread the message of reducing the marriage extravaganza and himself set a unique example for that. He started his career in advocacy in District Court, Kottayam, and later shifted to Kerala High Court at Ernakulam. He further served as government leader in Kerala High Court and later served as Additional Advocate General of Kerala. He was appointed as permanent judge of Kerala High Court in 1994, and thereafter he was transferred to Delhi High Court, and later he became the Chief Justice of Uttarakhand and Karnataka High Court. He served as a Supreme Court judge during the tenure 2008 to 2012. On behalf of Law College Moot Court Society, we cordially welcome you, sir. For keynote address, we have with us Professor Dr. N.K. Jayagumar. He was a former professor, head and dean, faculty of law, University of Kerala, and served as Secretary of Kerala Legislative Assembly, served as Vice Chancellor of Nuance, and add to his prestige, he was a National Fellow of Indian Council of Social Science Research. Currently, he is the legal advisor of the Chief Minister of Kerala. It is with utmost personal privilege with which I would like to wholeheartedly welcome Professor Dr. N.K. Jayagumar to this esteemed function. For special address, we have Professor Dr. Bismi Gopalakrishnan, Head of Department and Professor School of Indian Legal Thought, MG University, Kerala, and presently the Research Head of MG University. Dr. Bismi is a proud alumni of our college and always lent ardent support to all our academic activities. She had a teaching experience of more than 22 years and there are innumerable publications to her credit. To add personally, she is one of my close associates too. I welcome Dr. Bismi to this function. Next I welcome Mr. G. Shashidharan, who is currently serving as Executive Member PTA and who is a continuous supporter of all the activities of Government Law College Trivandrum. And I would like to welcome my dear student Ashwin Ashok, the dynamic chairman of the college union, to this august function. I wholeheartedly welcome my entire colleague, Dr. Meena Kumari, who will be proposing the vote of thanks. And for briefing the participants, we have our former voters, Vivek B. Rajan and Kalyani B. Nair, who have been working tirelessly to realize this event. Welcome to this function, my dear students. And finally, a welcome now to all my dear colleagues and non-teaching staff Let me also extend a warm welcome to all the participants and the students audience whose presence is invaluable. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Selina ma'am. Now, let me welcome the pillar of our college, the man who supports our initiatives and tries to bring us together each and every time. Our principal, Dr. R. Vijayakumar sir, for the presidential address. Sir, please.
Good evening all. Most respectful Honorable Justice Joseph sir, my own teacher Dr. Inauguration sir, Disney Governor, PTA Executive Member Secretary sir, our own chairman, my own student Ashwin Ashok, Inauguration, Vivek Rajan, Kalyani, and also Sajid teacher, my dear students. As already stated by the welcome speaker, Government Law College Inauguration was continuously organizing national level football competition for the ever-growing trophy of Justice Krishnaya. And last 2 years we are not able to conduct the competition offline because of the coronavirus situation, and we have conducted in the online mode. And this time we have received immense response from different colleges. That is, this is the I think this is the historic time where about 40 teams, about 40 teams from the length and breadth of India has enrolled for this competition. We all know that there are only limited number of prizes, first prize, second prize, third prize, and some individual prizes. So my message to the participants is, and I also always advise my students also when they go to participate in other colleges, don't compete for prizes. It is just a matter of participation, because each participation will bring you some experience, some knowledge, a few acquaintance. So that is the reward. That is the reward of the competition, participating in competition. And if you are able to get some prize, it is okay. It is a bonus for you. So all the 40 participants effectively participate. It is what matters is participation. As we know, Moot competition is the most prestigious academic activity in every law college, because it gives an opportunity to experience or to practice the skills of advocacy. And those who are fortunate to enter in the final will be getting an opportunity to address almost like a full bench of the High Court. That is, the 3 sitting judges of High Court will be judging the finals, and they will be interacting with the students. So these are all rare opportunities for these students. So all this was possible only because of the cooperation of all the teachers, non-teaching staff, and students. Unlike any other activity, any other academic activity, Moot competition or convening a Moot competition requires the full cooperation of all the students, all the teachers, all the non-teaching staff. For all the years, for all the foregone years, we are able to conduct Moot competition successfully only because of the cooperation of the students, teachers, and non-teaching staff. These are also, I see, the enthusiasm of our own students. So, in advance, I extend all success, all best wishes to all the participants, and I also extend my gratitude to Sri Joseph sir, especially the last day I contacted our info, and I was not able to meet him personally. Even then, he was willing to come to Government, and for the last 1 month he was in Ernakulam. And last day, he was telling me that only because of this program I have come to Trivandrum. Sir, may remain open sir for having consented to inaugurate our early national. So, with these few words, I express my sincere gratitude to all the dignitaries who have come over here for the inaugural function, all the judges who are chairing the different sessions, and also all the dignitaries who are chairing the military session. With these words, I extend once again best wishes to all the participants, and with these words, I am stopping. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Next, I am humbled to invite a man of great insight and valor, a visionary man who has played an adorable part in advocacy. He started his journey in the year 1968 and as an advocate in the District Court of Korea and moved up the ladder step by step. He assumed office as judge in the Supreme Court in the year 2008. He has also been a member to umpteen honorable legal commissions. I proudly welcome our esteemed guest and alumnus, Justice Surya Joseph Sir, to kindly light the lamp to symbolize our inauguration, followed by the inaugural address. Invite you to speak a few words for us.
Dr. R. Kumar, Principal of this college and President of this meeting, Dr. N.K. Jayakumar, who is delivering the keynote address, Dr. Bismi Gopalakrishnan, who is delivering a special address, Sri G. Shashidharan, Sri Ashwin, Srimati Serena Yu, respected teachers, and my dear students who are participating in this competition, and other students who have come to encourage them. When I stand before you here today, I nostalgic memories of my 2 years from 66 to 68 when I studied for BL degree in this great institution. At that time it was a 2-year course. And when I came, I looked at the other hall because that used to be my classroom. So I just opened the door and asked, and one of the staff members asked me whether I am looking for WC. I said no, I wanted to see my classroom. None of the teachers who taught me is present here, but it is consoling that the daughter of one of my favorite teachers, means Meena is here. Daughter of Dr. Subramanian Swami, yes. The intensity of the feeling of an old student, you will realize only when you become an old student. If you happen to come to your old institution after 50 or 54 years, I'm coming, of course I have come here earlier, but I studied here 54 years ago. So it is very heartwarming. When the principal called me on the phone, at that time I was in Kochi. I agreed so fast as if I was waiting for the invitation. I'm happy to come to my old college. During our time, there was no Moot court competition. We had only inter-collegiate debating competitions, inter-college speech competitions like that. And my college at that time, I was known only, of course, known for the right reason, not for the wrong reasons. I was the best speaker of this college, both in English and Malayalam. And I had won the University College Centenary Trophy. During 1967, and Professor M.B. Matthew Memorial Trophy in the inter-collegiate debating competition conducted by the Engineering College, Toronto. So, 2 trophies for my college in international inter-collegiate debating competitions I could. And for that reason, my teachers remembered me, I believe. Anyway, I had the good fortune or good luck to rise high in my profession, and I could occupy the highest seat of judiciary in the Supreme Court. Thereafter, 4 years I served as a member of the National Human Rights Commission, and for 10 months as the acting chairman of the National Human Rights Commission. It is thereafter that I have taken over as the Kerala Lokayuktha. I mentioned these things because you should realize and you should be convinced that there is no limit for a lawyer to grow. The limit is the sky. I don't want to deal with any serious topic on law because 2 eminent professors are coming after me. Dr. Jayagumar was professor and also then the Vice Chancellor of the New Arts, and other experience also as Legislature Secretary. Dr. Bismi is Dean of the Faculty of Law, and she is delivering special address I don't know what is special about that, but something special you can expect. So I will leave such heavy, serious things to them, and I will share with you some of my experiences which may be of some help to you or some indication to you. When I decided to go for law, and when I shared my idea with my mother started weeping. Because she knew only one lawyer or one law graduate in my village who was then a president of the Panchayat and who was in politics, and he was not practicing. Practically, he was involved in political activities, social activities. He was a namesake lawyer. My mother asked me, because he doesn't know, she did not know anybody, do you want to walk from south to north like him? I told her, no. Ever since I knew, not personally, through books and classes, ever since I knew that Mahatma Gandhi was a lawyer, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru was a lawyer, B.K. Krishnamenon was a lawyer, I developed an ambition that I should become a lawyer like them. So I said, it's my ambition, I want to become a lawyer. So I went for law, I studied law. My parents were very skeptical about the possibility of my rising in the profession. So my father thought it is better that I am the eldest in the family. We have 5 children, I am the eldest. My thought it is better to settle this fellow at the earliest so that the younger ones, 4 of them, he can take good care of them. At that time, Sri Panamalli Govindamanan, P. Govindamanan was the law minister in Union government. I don't know whether you have heard about it. I was an eminent lawyer, was a good political leader. He was chief minister of Travancore. So at that time he was minister for law and company affairs in Union government. My father knew him through somebody else, his friend. So I had applied, he wanted me to apply for a job in a very prestigious public sector undertaking in Kerala. My father asked me to go and meet Sri P. Govindamanan because my father's friend promised him that Govindamanan will be able to get me enrolled in that public sector undertaking. Of course, very good job, officer. Yes. So I had to obey my father. I went to Chittoor because in Panamalli Govindamanan was at that time staying in Ramanalayam, Chittoor, guest house, government guest house. His friend, is not a simple mere friend, he was his election agent when he contested election to the parliament. So he took me there. So Mr. Govindamanan came out after some time. I think inside the room, he was with one Mr. Paul. Mr. Paul must have told Govindamanan why I was brought away. So he came. He asked me to sit down. We started talking. He asked me about many things, and I remember that he was the chief guest for the annual day when I was doing VL. So I told him, sir, when you came to our college, I was there. I was studying there. Oh, so you were there, he said. Then he started asking me about many things about legal profession, studies in law college, social issues, political issues. I was wondering, I was taken to him for some kind of recommendation, and he is not asking me anything about that. He was one of the shrewdest politicians in Kerala. So after 15-20 minutes, he suddenly said, "How old are you?" I said, "I'm 21 years old." At that time, I could take my degree in law at the age of 21. "What is your father's age?" I said, "He is 43. "Oh, that means I am older to him." Definitely. Then he said, "Listen to me carefully. I am older than your father, and I am speaking to you as if you are my son." I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "Last 20 minutes, we were talking to each other. I was trying to understand you. I was trying to assess you. Because Mr. Paul had told me why you have come. Paul is my good friend. I cannot decline anything which he asks. So I will do whatever possible if he asks me something. But I want to tell you something. You have a bright future." I said, no, before that, yes. You must be knowing that I am a lawyer." I said, "Yes, sir. Not a mere lawyer. You are a very successful, brilliant lawyer." He was actually. Then he said, "I want you to continue to practice law, because you have a bright future." He was telling me, "Don't write the Munsif's test. Don't apply for district judge selection. You continue to practice, and you will meet with success." Then he said, "Think about it for 1 week. After 1 week, you let me know whether you want to continue to practice or you want to get this job. If you want to get this job, tell Mr. Paul, and I will do what is needed, what is necessary." "Thank you, sir." I got up and I went home. My father asked me what happened. I narrated everything. Then my father asked me, "What have you decided?" You know, my heart was for practicing and even otherwise. I went there only to oblige my father. So I told my father, he's a very senior person. He's a very experienced person. He was a lawyer. He's a minister. There must be something in what he says. So I was thinking that I will follow his advice and continue to practice. My father fortunately did not say anything against what I said. He said, "All right." I did not write Munsif test. I did not apply for district judge selection. But in due course of time, when I was serving as additional deputy governor of Kerala, I was elevated to the bench. They asked Judge of the High Court of Kerala. Rest, you know what has happened. I am saying that there is something called destiny. And we have to succumb to destiny. And I had not met P. Govindamenon earlier. I have not met him thereafter also. Only once I met in Ramanadayan guest house. Thereafter. But that person, I will say, probably God wanted to give me a message through him. He said, "Don't leave the profession. Continue to practice. You will meet with success." There will be somebody like this in your life. I don't know where he comes from where he comes, and where you will meet them. But somebody will come, and God will give you some indication, some signal through that person. Accept it and my view, you should continue to practice as a lawyer, and you will definitely, particularly, realize that you all have come to participate in a moot court competition. That means you have won at the preliminary level in your college, and you have been selected. So you are selected group, and naturally you are talented, and that is there. The another experience I want to tell you, share with you is this. In 1979, I was traveling to Mexico City to attend an international conference. 79 means I was 32 years old. My itinerary was from Chennai, Kochi to Chennai, Chennai to Singapore, Singapore to Los Angeles, Los Angeles to Mexico City. We were 8 persons from Asia, 8 persons. I was representing India, and another person from different countries in Asia. We were supposed to meet in Singapore, and we were supposed to travel together to Los Angeles, from there to Mexico City in a Western Airlines flight. One of he was from Hong Kong. He was the second youngest in the group. No, he was the youngest in the group. I was the second youngest in the group. He was only 28 or 29, I was 30. Others are senior people. So he said, he informed us that my brother is in the US, so I will go ahead. I'll spend some days with my brother, and then I will join you in Mexico City. And the rest, 7 of us, were in Singapore, and our flight, it was a maiden flight of Braniff Airways. You may be wondering how I remember this is. I can't forget it because it was so crucial in my life. Maiden flight of Braniff Airways from Singapore to Los Angeles. That was late by a few hours because of some technical stand. We went to Los Angeles and we landed there, and I asked we were to get the connecting flight, Western Airlines flight to Mexico City. So when we came down, I went to the counter where Western Airways board is there. Then when one lady was sitting there, I told her, asked her, excuse me madam, can I get a seat to Mexico City in the next flight? Do you have a reservation? Sorry, I had a reservation, but I missed the flight because we came late. Because we came late from Singapore, the flight had already gone on the previous evening. I missed the flight. Which was that flight? I said flight number such and such. Where is your ticket? I showed her the ticket. She took the ticket, looked at, you are Senior Joseph? I said yes. She would look at me, look at my ticket, again look at me, look at the ticket. 3 times she looked like that. Then she said, my dear young man, why are you sorry? You must be happy. I was very happy and I thought I was getting a seat in the next flight. So I told her. So that means I am getting a seat. Then she says, you are speaking about the seat. I am speaking about your life. So I was bewildered. So you didn't know that? I said, what? You have not heard that news? No. The flight in which you were to travel yesterday went and broke above Mexico City, crashed. All the 207 people, including the crew, died. No survivor. And you are speaking about the next seat in the next flight. You must be grateful to God. So by going late, there is some advantage like this also could be, we don't know. But the tragic part of it, when we reached by another flight, we reached Mexico City, and there we got the news, another sad news. The one who went ahead, the Hong Kong man, He knew by which flight we are going. So at the last moment he thought, anyway, I am going to Western Mexico City. I will go with the Asian group. He wanted to travel with us. He had no reservation. Last minute he went and begged and asked for a seat. And he got the seat. And he traveled. He had no reservation, but he traveled in the flight. And he was one of the persons who died in that accident. Again, destiny. You are not deciding your fate. You are not deciding your life. You are not deciding your career. That is somebody else more powerful who will help you, who will save you, and who will assist you. If you have faith in that supernatural power, you will have mental peace. Anyway, I mentioned this because I always remember this. In life, we come across so many things like this, which, as I said earlier, are indications to us. Then, you see, you may think, even though my mother was not much in favor of my becoming a lawyer, why did I choose law? Just because I was under the impression and I knew that law is a noble profession. That is my impression at that time. I still believe that law is a noble profession. Though there are instances or incidents which have adversely affected the nobility of this profession. Maybe some judges are responsible for that. Maybe some lawyers are responsible for that. Some, everybody said. But by and large, I tell you, law is a noble profession and it is your and my responsibility. My time is over, so leave just Mr. Jayakumar also. But it is your duty to maintain, uphold the dignity of this profession, the nobility of this profession. I told you I was invited to the bench when I was additional deputy of Kerala. Justice Jagannatha Rao was the Chief Justice of Kerala. He called me one day, sent word for me, the Chief Justice wants to meet. I went on appointment, met him. Then he told me, Sriya, I called you to seek your consent to send your name for elevation as a judge. This happened on 17th of January 1994. So, it was suddenly you get an offer like this. I could not say anything, I was just smiling and sitting. Then he asked me, why you are silent? Then I said, my Lord, I am very grateful to you for this offer. But to be very frank, it was not my ambition. My ambition was not to become a judge. My ambition was to become a lawyer, that I told you already. But I had no ambition to become a judge. It was not my ambition. Then he told me, normally, an invitation to join the bench is not declined by a lawyer. That is our tradition. Now you have been invited and I want you to accept this letter and join. Then I said, sir, you have offered to me and I will believe that God chose you as a mediator or a messenger to offer this to me. So I will take it as a God's offer and I will accept it. Then he told me, that is the right attitude. Then he asked me, why it's not your ambition, it was not your, why you are reluctant to come? Then I told him, sir, I have 4 children, 3 of them are girls. I am not from a rich family, so I have to discharge my responsibilities to my obligations to my children. So I thought becoming a debt may not be conducive for such a situation. He asked me, who told you? Nowadays the service conditions of debtors are good. Then he started saying the first points of the community. And then finally said one sentence, this is what I want you to know. It is not remembering for remembering today. It is for remembering on a day when you are, if any of you is invited to the bench, then you must remember what I am saying now. He said, told me, Syria, there are certain things which money cannot purchase for you. There are certain things which money cannot purchase for you. With money, you may not get them. In life, there are more important things. And what the prestige, the dignity, the recognition you get as a judge, you will not get as a lawyer, even if you make crores of rupees. The satisfaction you get, he said, he still remember what he said. It is a divine job you are doing as a judge. The satisfaction you get by being a judge, you will not get by a lawyer, however eminent you are. So I accept. Then out of curiosity, just for you, when I was about to get up, he asked me, Siri, by the way, you said it was not your ambition to become a judge. Can I know what was your ambition? I said, yes. Tell me. I said, my ambition was to become India's representative in the UN and argue in the Security Council on the Kashmir issue. Because it was at that time that D.K. Krishna had, I don't know whether you have read about it, the famous speech D.K. Krishna made in the UN General Assembly, even the Security Council, the longest speech ever made till then in the Security Council. So I had become a big fan of D.K. Krishna, and I wanted to be a speaker like him, and I wanted to argue for India in the UN Security Council. And then, you know what this is, Gangadhar Rao told me, doesn't matter. Now you become a judge. Even after retiring as a judge, you may get a chance to speak in UN. Really it happened, though it was not on Kashmir issue, but when I was, I think, chairperson of the National Human Rights Commission, I went to Geneva to attend the International Human Rights Commission conference, and I could speak there. I'm saying these are all beautiful memories in life, and we should be grateful to our parents, to our teachers, and our other mentors who helped us to achieve in life. So now you are achievers. I am saying all this because they are achievers. And there are obstacles also in this career. I still remember when I was a young lawyer, one of the senior lawyers in Kochi told me, there are, I say all this for two reasons. One, I presume that many of you will go for a practicing law as a litigation lawyer. I want you. With this, the thrill you get by being a litigation lawyer, you will not be a corporate lawyer. That's why I am saying that. See, with that presumption I am saying this. But then you must realize, this lawyer told me, senior lawyer told me, not to me personally, a senior person, he said, there are 4 stages in the career of a lawyer. The first stage is, there is no fees, there is no case, no fees. The second stage is, there may be a few cases, but no fees. That is, people will ask you to argue some case without paying any fees. If you want to study, make case and train yourself by arguing the cases. And the third stage is that you have cases and you have fees, both. And the fourth stage is, you need not have cases, there will be a lot of money. That's the fourth stage. Then I asked him one question. Maybe I was asked, nobody asked you are at that time. I asked him, sir, how many will survive to reach the third and fourth stage? How many will survive to reach the third and fourth stage? Because in the first stage, some people will go. After second stage again, some people will go, they will get some better, some jobs, some better opportunities, things like that. But those who want to continue and succeed, they will stay and reach the third stage and fourth stage also. For that, you must have hard work and perseverance and patience and perseverance. Both you must have. You must patience in the sense you must be prepared to wait for success. You must be prepared to wait for success. Perseverance, because it's not enough that you are patient, but you must be able to overcome all those difficult situations. So I hope that you will have hard work, patience and perseverance so that you become successful lawyers in life and maintaining the dignity and nobility of the profession. One last thing, and I, even without people asking me, I am very particular to share this thought with them. Sometimes people ask also, sir, you were born in a village, you were born in an ordinary middle class family, my father was a government servant, you studied in a village school in Malayalam medium, you never studied outside Kerala, outside, only I did, even law I did in Trivandrum. But you have, from the age of 26, I was going abroad for international conference and meeting this Malayalam medium boy. So I asked me, sir, what do you think is the secret of your success? And without hesitation, I used to say, it is the blessing of my parents and my teachers. It is the blessing of my parents and my teachers. I was telling Miss Meena that her father was very fond of me and other teachers also. And I told the reason also. I never heard any teacher when I am in the class. And that was the time, I don't know whether it is there. At that time, it was like that. Very few people will come to the class. Even if you come, you will not listen to the class. And even if you listen, you will make some noise. Not human noise, but animal's voice and things like that. It was there at that time. Now I don't know whether it is there. But I tell you, in the school, in the college, I never hurt the sentiments of any of my teachers. I always respected them, irrespective of their efficiency, their capacity. Of course, my teachers loved me because of that. I never, if I am not following anything, if I am not able to, I am not impressed by the class, I can quietly walk. out and go without disturbing other people but I never did it. Because I thought the teacher is like your parent whom you should respect. And I can tell you very honestly that I never wanted to hurt my parents. My mother, my father, maybe I loved them most in my life. And I always sacrifice my desires for their satisfaction, for their happiness. It's all the pious things this fellow is saying. My dear children, it's not pious things. Only when you realize it in life, you learn. That's why I am looking back and I am telling you. I am looking back to my life, to my past, and I am telling you, I have identified the secret of my success. It is a blessing of my parents because I never offended them. I never hurt them. Of course, all naughtiness and everything will be there. That is not very serious matters. Secondly, the blessings of my teachers. I can tell you without any hesitation that I never ever disrespected my teachers or ridiculed them or showed any kind of lack of regard for them, and because of that I received their blessings. See, you must really remember one thing. Whenever you say, I have their blessing, it is not like you should not think that, in the morning mother or father or somewhere they will come and put their hands on your head and say, you must do well, you will succeed, and all blessings, my blessings, and some people are there doing. But I tell you, 90% of cases what happens is, when you do a good thing, when you show a good gesture to your father, to your mother, to your teacher, in the heart they are saying, this boy is good, or this girl is good, God bless them. They are not speaking it loud, it is in their heart, they feel it. Without your hearing, they are saying, God bless this boy, bless this girl. Today, I am speaking it loud. My dear children, you see, I am 76 years old. I have 4 children. I have 8 grandchildren. So, I am in a position to tell you this. I am saying, my dear children, for you, I am praying to God that He may bless you, so that you become successful in life. And your college will be proud of you, your village will be proud of you, your state will be proud of you, India will be proud of you. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you for your inspiring words, sir. Hope we all find our destinies awaiting us. Now, we are blessed with the presence of Professor Dr. N.K. Jayakumar, a former professor, head and dean faculty of Law, University of Kerala, served as Secretary of Kerala Legislative Assembly, served as Vice Chancellor of NAVAS, and adding to his prestige, he was a National Fellow of Indian Council of Social Science Research. Currently, he is the legal advisor of the Chief Minister of Kerala. I now invite Professor Dr. N.K. Jayakumar to give the keynote address.
Honorable Mr. Justice, the great President, I just inaugurated this function. Dr. Vijay Kumar, Principal of the College. Professor Misni, Sri Shashidhar, representing the PTA, Mr. Ashwin Ashok, Chairman of the World Union, Dr. Veena Kumari, Mr. Vivek Rajan, Ms. Kalyani P. Nayak, contestants from different parts of India, teachers and students of Government Law College, France. The justification for my presence on the dais is the fact that most of the teachers of this college are my students. It is their affection for that teacher that has resulted in making me to this function to deliver the keynote address. Whenever I am invited to a function, I usually ask the organizers who are the other guests participating. Whenever I hear the name of Mr. Joseph, immediately I say yes. Because I always consider it a pleasure to meet an old friend like Justice Joseph and listen to his words. Each time I listen to him, I gain something new from what he says. And while Justice Joseph was narrating from one of his sentences as a student at his college, I suddenly remembered an incident which happened a few years back here. This very same auditorium. There was a senior judge of the High Court who participated in the function as the chief guest. I was there maybe for keynote address. In his speech, the honorable judge said that I was a student of this college. But that's only technique. Technically, I was a student of this college, formal. Because I never attended any class as a student. Very proudly, this person was telling in front of an audience consisting of law students that I was a student of this college, but I had never attended any classes. And here I am now a high court judge. What can I say it from very students? So when it was my turn to speak, I said very true that the honorable judge had not attended any classes and afterwards he became a judge of the high court. But my dear students, don't try to imitate him, because every person who doesn't attend classes in our college is going to become a judge of the High Court. And people become judges of the High Court. There are several methods of becoming a High Court judge, and I don't know which method our judge has followed. So that may sound a little insulting, but still I had to say those words. Because I always believe in the importance of education, especially legal education. I am very happy that a person like Justice Joseph, who is very senior, experienced, erudite, member of the bench, Human Rights Commission, chairperson, and now local at the Kerala State. He has realized the importance of education, and he has also gave you many inspiring pieces of advice, especially the respect that you have to give to your teacher and your parents. Now, in his speech, Justice Joseph was referring more than once to the nobility of the legal profession. This is something we hear in practically every meeting where lawyers, teachers, or students are present. legal profession is a noble profession. There is some truth in that statement. But we must also have some introspection about it. You are all law students now, and shortly, maybe in a year or two, you all will become part of the legal profession. And as members of the legal profession, it will be your duty to uphold the prestige, the nobility of the legal profession. So, programs like this are not only instances for improving your skills of advocacy, but somewhere or the other, such clinical programs must also aim at embodying certain values. If I ask you, very interestingly, Justice was first telling us about 4 stages in the profession of law. How do we measure success in the legal profession? This is my question. Who is a successful lawyer? Do you think that the person who makes the maximum amount of money is the most successful lawyer? Is that your idea of success? Yes? No? Then what? What else? Definitely, as law student, you must have an idea about the profession you are going to enter. And what does success mean in that profession that you are doing? That is where the duty to uphold the nobility of the profession comes in. The ethical component of the profession. Actually, we cannot call it a profession unless this ethical component is given to significance. A profession without ethics is not fit to be called a profession. Those in Kerala, now reading newspapers about a senior lawyer, not really a lawyer, a senior lawyer, a person who is the president of the High Court Advocates Association, now being charged with the offense of money from clients, stating to them that this money is going to be given as bribe honorable judges of the High Court, so that they can win their case. See how shameful. Things like this are happening. And those in the profession and those in the bar council, many friends of mine, one of us in the bar council, the bar council, tell me that the standards, ethical moral standards in the profession are different. So, as a legal educator, I am very concerned for preserving the ethical standards of the profession, first of all. And secondly, how do we maintain the knowledge levels? How do we prevent a knowledge deficit in the legal profession? Now sometimes we call it the social technology. It is fast changing as technology, scientific technology changes very fast. Law also changes very fast. And the invasive role of technology in the legal process. Even book court competitions. Last 2 or 3 years, competitions were done online. And this year we are again promoting practice. real life competitions. So we must seriously consider what extent we can use technology, legal education. The pros and cons, there are many advantages, no doubt about it. But at the same time, can we substitute human interaction with technological innovations? The judicial process was almost totally under the influence of technology for the last 2-3 years. And it has so many advantages. In a way, it may enhance access to justice. It may reduce considerably the expenditure that a person has to incur as a litigant. It may facilitate the presence of a lawyer, eminent lawyers in any part of India without airfare and hotel expenses, 5-star hotel. These may be advantages, but the fee, the emotional dimension of litigation. Client meeting a lawyer, information that interacting personally with a lawyer, that fee we never get when we are doing online. Those who have taken part in online Moot court competitions will agree with me that those competitions, yes, they are competitions, but you don't get the same feel, the same satisfaction that you get when arguing as human beings before human judges. So, how far we can make use of technology? Recently, I was reading a book written by a person, Richard Susskind. A person who has specialized in information technology and code. So, this combination of knowledge in both disciplines equips him sufficiently to take authoritative pronouncement on the future of technology as far as law is concerned. Very interestingly, the title of one of his books is The End of Lawyers. Susskind makes a prediction that after some time there will not be lawyers. I don't agree with that. There will always be lawyers, but there will always be judges in the society because human conflict is going to stay with us. We can never eliminate conflict in our life. So long as conflict is there, people are right, the person is right, they have to be settled in a civilized, institutionalized manner to be the process of job. So that is always be there. The possibility or the probability of lawyers ultimately disappearing from our life is also there. Because technology may to a great extent replace what lawyers are doing. So our question is, how do we keep technology as a tool, as an instrument? How do we prevent technology from dominating us? That's the interesting. The great judge of America said we must use precedents, but we must not allow precedents to be your master. We must keep precedent as your slave. Similarly, technology also must be kept, made use of as a tool, as a slave. So technology, legal education, technology, the entire legal process, including administration of justice, is a very interesting thing that we have to discuss. Now, I understand that there are 40 teams from across India, and Dr. India that arrived. Unfortunately, there is only one trophy for the winners and another for the winners. But that doesn't mean that the others are good. Everybody is equally good. And it is because of a combination of so many circumstances, factors, that one team becomes the leader, another team becomes the runner, and other teams, the one team unfortunately the last one. But don't get disheartened. The participation in this national event. Really, there are 40 teams, the national contestant takes 40. Be 30 or to be 50. So your participation is what makes the event significant. And you can always put the blame on the judges. When you don't get the trophy, you can say the judges are not properly evaluating your performance. So that is always open to you. But not when you are a lawyer, but as a contestant in the outdoor competition, it is open to you. I convey my best wishes. After the long inaugural address, which was touching almost every aspect of your future as a legal professional, I don't find it necessary to add anything more to that. And I know that the speaking also had to say something to you, so I don't want to prolong my speech. With all best wishes, not only in this competition, but in the life, I conclude my comments. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for those thoughtful words. It is my pleasure to welcome a woman with dealing abilities and experience, a lady who has engraved her ability in several spheres of life. She is at present the Dean and Faculty of Law at Kerala University, and also the Professor and Head of School of Indian Legal Thought at University Kottayam. She is also the author of several brilliant legal publications. I welcome our esteemed guest, Professor Dr. Vismi Gopalakrishnan. Ma'am, please.
Honorable Justice Siri Yusuf sir, Professor Dr. N.K. Jayakumar sir, Professor Dr. R.B. Kumar sir, G. Shashidaran sir, Ashwin Ashok, Dr. Meena Kumari, and my dear Selina, all the esteemed faculty of Government Law College, Trivandrum, and the very esteemed that are assembled here for the National Moot Court competition. For me, this college is a place where often I like to come back, because this is a place that brings a lot of memories to my mind. The memories of sweet nothings and the memories of serious academic dialogues that we had throughout our 5 long years of legal education. Yes, memories are those which we treasure in our soul, which keeps our heart always warm. I remember the sweet nothings. I recollect those sweet nothings that we had with our friends. The classes, the amount of classes that we used to sit besides the branches of the shades of trees, protect ourselves from the classes that is going on here. And I was also remembering the trails that we walk, catching the hands of my friends, and occasionally resting our heads on the shoulders of our friends. These are rare moments that we'll always remember throughout our life, because those are the founded memories that will keep our life going on. Yes, this prestigious institution was also the place of serious academic endeavors. my beloved teachers, Professor Usha teacher, Rajalakshmi teacher, the international law classes of Susan Chand's teacher, constitutional classes of Moot sir and Usha teacher. It goes on. Those classes, those teachers, the transfer of property classes taken by Anushan sir, those classes, those care and the affection that was being rendered by teachers are beacon of lights that will help us move on when we face a lot of difficulties in our life. Yes, as exactly pointed out by Justice Cyril Joseph sir, God sends angels to our life to guide us forward. As a fourth year LLB student of this college, I met the person whom God has sent to my life, none other than Professor Dr. N.K. Jayakumar sir, who is distributing the awards for the University Merit Awards for the students. It was in this hall, in this same auditorium, same platform that I met my guru, who changed the destiny of my life, Professor N.K. Jayakumar sir. So, my dear students, my dear team members, it's so heartening and so proud that nearly 48 teams from different parts of India have joined, have assembled here in my alma mater for this prestigious Moot Court competition. This is an era where we don't talk of boundaries, but we talk of friendship. Beyond the arguments, beyond evaluating the briefs that we have submitted, let this be a place where you have friendships, you have solid friendships between the teams, and let these friendships blossom throughout. And boundary relations so tight that you have different friends from different parts of India, and let that friendship move ahead. And let that be that dewdrops that is in your heart. And griddle your skills of legal writing, of communication in this Moot Court competition and the competitions that are yet to come and that you are going to participate. And yes, let you empower yourselves with skills that try to enable you to question the injustice and let you be the champions of social justice as enshrined by our Constitution. Now, in this quest for knowledge, understand that nothing is permanent in this world. The honor, the money, the power, all that surrounds us, that is nothing is permanent. What is permanent is your quest for knowledge, the training for knowledge. So, as champions of knowledge, as champions of the values that laid in the Constitution, to have a very memorable Moot Court competition. And yes, as I said, take back memories with you so that you can move on with ever brighten smile in your face and glitter in your eyes that will keep you moving and move on. All the very best. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for the wonderful words. For the felicitation, now I invite our executive member PTA, who is a continuous support for all activities of Government Law College Tirunelveli, Mr. G. Shashidharan.
Good evening, everybody. I
first of all apologize for my ignorance in English. Yet I will try to speak in English since most of the participants gathered here are from other states. I am very happy to be here for the inaugural function of the 78th All India Moot competition. For Justice Vijay Krishnaiah, ever-growing trophy. Since our college is situated in God's own country, I wish to have it to give you why this country is called God's own country. The Maharaja Sri Anandrinal dedicated the Tamil country to his deity, Lord Padmanabha. And the rulers of Travancore were known as the servants of Lord Padmanabha, and they are known as Padmanabha Dasans. That is, the real ruler of Travancore is Lord Padmanabha, and the king is only a servant of him. To become, and they were called Padmanabha Dasans. To call them as Padmanabha Dasans, there is a religious ceremony. That is, if a male member is born to the royal family, at his first anniversary, he is to be taken to the Padmanabha temple, Pattakal Mandapam, and he will be showered with the divine water, and afterwards he is known as Padmanabha Dasans. That is the history of calling present Kerala state as God's own country. Now, about this college has an age of 148 years nearly. Think how old this institution is. This institution has supplied many alumni of various positions, such as judges, politicians, academicians, IAS officers, and many. I didn't like to mention those alumni because in the welcome speech, our faculty had mentioned the names of most of the alumni of this college. The Moot competition is a closest experience a participant can get regarding the real courtroom. The competition enables them to understand the procedures and policies followed in a court. As a practical step, Moot will mold the aspirants as a good lawyers. Here, you get an extra aid to the students to interact with the people, including the competitors representing institutions spread out across the country, the faculties and the students of this college. The Moot competition also involves a lot of research in presenting memorials, which enhances the research skill of the participants. Further, working as a team is another positive outcome of this competition. And I am to express my warm felicitations to our beloved Justice, Mr. Surya Joseph, who has given a knowledgeable inaugural address. Sir, on behalf of the RPA, I am presenting my grateful warm felicitations to you, sir. Next, I have to facilitate
Professor Dr. N.K. Jayakumar, who is familiar to the faculties and the students of law college because he attends each and every programs of this college. I have witnessed more than 3 times his potential address as a PTA member. I am to extend on behalf of the Parent Teachers Association of this college a warm presentation to you, sir. Next, I have to facilitate Professor Dr. Disney Gopalakrishnan, who has a good speech, a special address to this inaugural function. I am to extend my heartfelt presentations to you, ma'am. Next, I am to facilitate our principal, Dr. Prajumar sir. As all of you know that he is a humble, simple man with job-oriented teachers. He considers the students as his own kids. When an issue comes, he will not stand for the faculties but stands for the students. That the students are well known about it. The principle is on students' side. I extend my heartfelt felicitations to you, Minister. Next, I have to facilitate the welcome speech that by our faculty, Srimati Navis. Yes, I have to extend my grateful felicitations to you now. My presentations goes to the coordinator of this scheme and the general convener and the treasurer and the student coordinators. Please acknowledge my helpful presentations to you all. And at last, my presentations goes to the participants of this Moot competition. I wish all of them can present their arguments for and against in a well manner. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, I welcome our chairman of College Union and member of Organizing Committee, Ashwin Ashok, to deliver.
I know we are exhausted, so I promise I'll keep it short. Respected dignitaries, on and off the dais, all the faculty members who are present here, all the non-teaching staff members that have been working tirelessly for this day to happen, all the union members, all participants, volunteers, GLC kids, and every other person who is present here. A very warm good evening to you all. At the outset, we'd like to invite each and every participant who are present here from different parts of India, who are present here to participate from 17th All-India Moot competition conducted by Government of College Trivandrum for Justice V.R. Krishna Trophy. Remember the fact that I'm not inviting you to a campus, I'm not inviting you to a college which has huge buildings, I'm not inviting you to a campus which has got air-conditioned classrooms, I'm not inviting you to a campus which has got the best infrastructure and facilities to offer, but I'm inviting you to a land which is a land of legacy. And the legacy is 148 years old. I'm inviting you to the land which made the first ever women justice to the Supreme Court, the land which made Fatima Bibi, the land which molded the first woman judge, the first woman advocate, Anna Chandi. I'm inviting you to the land which contributed Dr. Enna Madhav, who is known as the founding father of the National Law University Education System. Also, he was the magazine editor of his union at this time. So I am inviting you to a land of legacy. When you come to Kerala, not like in other states, you'll be able to see many trees in Kerala. I hope most of my friends here have roamed around the campus and seen that there are numerous trees in our campus. Unfortunately, you happen to see the green leaves on the trees. You happen to see the ripened fruits on the trees. But you don't happen to see the root. of the tree. It's not because of the root of the tree that is standing still, standing strong, giving us strong breeze and protecting us from the rain. And this institution is the root institution. And what you see is the root. And I'm inviting you to the root institution that is Government College Toronto. On behalf of the entire Students' Union of our college, on behalf of each and every GLC present here, and on behalf of each and every family member who is present here, who have been working tirelessly for this event to happen, I extend my warm regards and wishes to each and every participant who is present here. I wish you good luck, and remember one thing, it's not about winning, but it's about learning new things and unlearning the wrong things that you have learned. Welcome to GLC Moot, and I extend my warm regards on behalf of the Students' Union. Thank you.
Government Law College Thiruvananthapuram welcomes all the participants from various parts of the country. Now, when I call out the name of the institution, the participants from those institutions, will you please stand up in your place? CSI College of Law, Kottayam.
National University of Advanced Legal Studies, Kochi. Please stand.
Government Law College, Ernakulam.
Faculty of Law, Banana University.
Army Institute of Legal Studies, Karnataka.
Savita School of Law, Savita University.
Symbiosis Law School, Nagpur.
Government Law College, Coimbatore.
The Kerala Law Academy Law College.
Shastra Deemed University, Tanjore.
Government Law College, Madurai.
Bharat Mata School of Legal Studies, Palwa.
School of Legal Studies, Cochin University of Science and Technology.
Dr. Ambedkar Government Law College, Chennai.
School of Law, Christ University.
Chennai Dr. Ambedkar Government Law College, Pudupakka. Himachal Pradesh National Law University, Shimla.
Parents University, Haryana.
Sri Narayana Law College, Kota.
NMIMS Kirit P. Mehta School of Law, Mumbai.
Mount Gregory's College of Law, Nalanja, Toronto.
School of Indian Legal Thought, Kottayam.
Christ University, Delhi.
Aligarh Muslim University, Malappuram Center.
Symbiosis Law School, Pune.
Bishop Cotton Women's Christian Law College, Bengaluru.
Tamil Nadu Dr. Ambedkar Law University School of Excellence in Law.
Institute of Law, Rabindranath Tagore University, Bhopal.
Symbiosis Law School, Hyderabad.
CSI Institute of Legal Studies, Cheluvarakonam, Thiruvananthapuram.
Army Institute of Law, Punjab.
University Institute of Legal Studies, Punjab University, Chandigarh.
Gujarat National Law University.
DM Salgaonkar College of Law, Miramar, Panaji, Goa.
Kerala Society's Law College, Bangalore.
Government Law College, Mumbai.
Tamil Nadu National Law University.
Damodaram Sanjeevaya National Law University.
And finally, Chanakya National Law University, Patna. all the universities for being here tonight. Now, I wholeheartedly welcome our dearest faculty, Dr. Meera Kumari ma'am, to propose the vote of thanks. Ma'am, please.
Of Justice Sri Joseph sir, Dr. N.K. Jaykumar sir, Bismi ma'am, Vijumar sir, Shashidharan sir, Ashwin, and all the dignitaries and my dear friends. In fact, Shashidharan sir has done my part almost the whole thing, so I don't take much of the time. On behalf of Government Law College of Thiruvananthapuram, the Moot Society, and all of us assembled here, I express my sincere gratitude to Sri Joseph sir for his words. In fact, sir, the words were not just another rhetoric inaugural address. They touched my heart, and I'm sure it touched the heart of all those who listen. Thank you, sir, for being with us. Dr. N.K. Jaykumar sir is not short of applause. There is a lot of things to be said about him, but for me, it's my pride, my soul pride that he is my guide and my philosopher from my LLM days. Thank you, sir, for being here. On behalf of Moot Society, I express my sincere gratitude to you. Dr. Bismi Gopalakrishnan, as she was standing here over here, we know that the energy that ma'am is possessing, the same energy I have witnessed when she was a student of this institution, when I used to come over here with my father. I'm very happy and I express my sincere gratitude on behalf of the college and the Moot Society. I express my sincere gratitude to Bismi Gopalakrishnan ma'am. Dr. Vijaykumar sir, as Selina ma'am has rightly pointed out, he is the pillar, he is the strength that leads us. In fact, he need not be a very big formality to say gratitude to him, but on behalf of all of us, I express my sincere thanks to Vijaykumar sir for leading us like this. Thank you, sir. Our PTA has always been helpful, no matter what. They have always stood for us in all our academic and all our activities. I express my sincere gratitude to the PTA and the PTA representative, Shashidharan sir. Thank you, sir. And for that speech, again, as said, the felicitation that he rendered, that again has come from his heart. We could feel that. Thank you, sir, for those words. As a teacher, when we go in search of a student who could handle things, particularly in campuses, one very big problem that we face is somebody who could balance political interest and academic interest. But at Government Law College, we are not having such a problem because we have Ashwin Ashok, who could handle this political affiliation, political interest, but at the same time would give us that comradeship. And thank you, Ashwin Ashok, for that wonderful words. On behalf of Government Law College, I express my sincere gratitude to you. Now let me thank the faculties. Right from Vijay sir, who set the Moot problem and got the Moot, the entire Moot thing rolling. I express on behalf of Moot Society, I express my sincere gratitude. Yes, this man who is standing over here, he is the one who has caused us from you. And all other faculties who have done tirelessly for these days in the preparation of this competition. I express my sincere gratitude to one and all. Selina ma'am, all and all other faculties who have put in their sincere effort in the conduct of this competition. Next, let me express my sincere gratitude because if that is not said, then this competition, my words are incomplete without a mention of him. The moment I sleep, 11 o'clock in the night, 12 o'clock in the night, I sleep with a voice message from him. Meena ma'am, this is done, that what I have done. This is for, should I wake up you in the morning and say this? Vivek, my student coordinator, he has given us sleepless from morning, from night. He has put his heart and soul into the conduct of this competition. And I must tell you, if not for him, this event would not have been this successful as it was. I express my sincere gratitude to the student coordinator for all his efforts, and for the past 2 to 3 days, almost 220 volunteers, they have put in their day and night in making the competition a grand success. I extend my sincere gratitude, my children, I extend my the effort that all of you have put in to make this competition a grand success. Now, the 40 teams, and when the teams have been called out, this is the first time. My association with this competition began in 1997 when I came here as a competitor, as a participant. And my association as an organizing member began in 2008 when I joined the institution in 2007. From 2008 onwards, this has been part and parcel of my life. But never before we saw such a grand participation. 56 teams called us, and we had to say no to 16 teams because of our impossibility, because of our limitation, and had to select the first 40 teams. So, on behalf of the teams who have come over here, we are really sad when we had to say no to many team members. So, we assure you that your participation has really encouraged us to think of further. So next year onwards, we are definitely thinking about a possibility of allowing all teams to participate, all the teams to participate, but of course with a rider that we will have a preliminary evaluation and then allow every team which is qualifying to participate in the competition. So I welcome on behalf of the Moot Society, I welcome one and all and best wishes to the 2 days that we have to come forward. I also express my sincere gratitude to a lot of people. The media have come, the comparers, Anshika Paul and Ashika Shraf. Of course, just as we are very proud of the alumni present over here, Anshika Paul has recently made us very proud by representing us speaking in the parliament, representing our students in the parliament. So it's really an honor that the effort that all the students have put in, the media personals who have been here, the non-teaching staff, one and all, I do not want to miss a single name. I express my sincere gratitude to one and all. Now I conclude my words with just one saying, the trophy is Justice B.R. Ravanol trophy. And true to the words of Justice B.R. Krishnaiah, ever since its inception, we have been having one motto, to ensure, of course we have limitations. As a government institutions, we have our limitations. We have always acknowledged those limitations. But there is no limitation in our motto to ensure that you have the utmost transparent, accountable, judicious, and unbiased Moot Court competition, which we have not let a single stone back from making that happen. So in these 2 days of competition that will follow, we would remain truthful as always to the words of Justice B.R. Krishnaiah and make sure that you have the best, transparent, accountable and finest mooting experience that you can have in this country. Thank you one and all.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for that all-fact speech. Thank you for inspiring us, pushing our spirits even higher now. Now, as we come to a close of the inauguration ceremony,
just one moment, sir. I request Honorable Principal to hand over a moment of gratitude to all the distinguished guests. First of all, I request Vijay Kumar sir to hand over a small memento, a token of our gratitude to Sir Joseph sir. I request Vijay Kumar sir to hand over a token of gratitude to Jay Kumar sir. I request Vijay Kumar sir to hand over our token of gratitude to Ms. Neha.
kindly remain standing as we have the national anthem.
participants, please stay back. We will be having the draw of lot, and after that there will be a briefing. For the drawing of lot, one participant from each institution will come forward when a team call is called.
Please note, only one of you may come forward to take the note as we call the names of the institution.